I think it's safe to say that a common issue I've seen over the years has been basically false statements posted online, whether it's social media or businesses with Google reviews, where these reviews are just false, right? I've had to deal with that myself. One person says they gave me money and never did any work. And I was like, I wasn't even in that office when you went. I left that office like a decade earlier. So go figure out. But these things happen. Now, I even had actually one person said I was like the worst lawyer ever, and it was actually the ex-spouse of my client. Things didn't go well for her in court, so she posted that, and she wasn't even my client. I was able to get that off, that review off. But here's the issue: when that happens, people come to me and say, "Can I sue them for defamation of character?" And my answer is yes. But there's two issues. One, normally that's considered an intentional tort, so you can't wipe that out in bankruptcy, but it's kind of debatable. But just note that that person might file for bankruptcy and wipe out that debt if you get that far, if you get a judgment against the other person. The other issue is, do they have money? Because what's the point of suing someone who doesn't have money, even if they're going to file for or they don't file for bankruptcy, you're never going to collect. So you're going to spend all this time and money and energy chasing down this person who ultimately isn't going to get anything done. Now, would a cease and desist letter work? Maybe. I'm not a big fan of them, only because I don't think they don't have any bite to it. It's just a letter. You can get the cease and desist letter, throw it away. I did it once online. Someone sent me one. I just threw it away. It means nothing. So that's the issue. So unfortunately, if they are committing, if there are issues of defamation of character, your options get kind of limited because, again, you're going to sue it and get what out of it. So that's going to be the biggest issue. And some states even require you to show damages. You have to prove that somehow you were injured X amount, and this really takes it to the next level where it's even more difficult to do. So unfortunately, it's not the greatest news. I know that, but I'm just being honest before you go out there and you pay maybe even a lawyer thousands of dollars to pursue a defamation of character case. They should tell you the consequences are, A, assuming we win, how much money are we going to spend to win? And B, are we ever going to be able to collect on a judgment? Okay? Any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. I guess the best thing you can do is just block these people and get rid of them out of your life. Either that or go to court, like I said, and face all these issues. Take care, everybody.